Glad everybody's doing okay. Let's get into it. Hope clearance comes soon, right? Alright, what kind of disaster are we in the middle of? I have 7.1 reputation. I have 7.64 impatience. I have 9 hostility during this particular clearance. We're in the middle of year 5. The reason for the hostility, I think, is this fool. So, I imagine we just cancel this at the start of Storm, and things get hopefully lots better. Hopefully. Hostility. That's rather a lot of hostility. So I think by canceling this gets me 150 hostility. So by canceling this, we'll go back down to 6 hostility, which that's still high. This is a lot of hostility to deal with, but I guess we try and deal with it as much as possible. And then other things are happening, probably. What other things are happening, actually? Maybe I should keep taking a look at things so I know what things are happening. How are we on grain? We got a lot of grain. Might be time to add vegetables. Oh yeah, we're just gonna grow all the veggies here. Great. Like, the farm is not particularly efficient at growing veggies, but they are capable of growing veggies, and food is sometimes relevant to my interests. Oh, I finished a rain collector. For porridge, yes, so that I could make porridge. Do I have people free? I have lots of people free. Get in there and do the thing. You've got nothing to do. That's fine. The one person in each location. I have ale. I have nowhere to use it. Yeah, that's standard. That's traditional. And then there's this bad boy. Do I want a tinkerer? I've already got a carpenter. I have no source for training gear at the moment. And this is a better source for building materials in case building materials matter. Which they don't seem to. I don't know when I'm ever going to get Beaver's Resolve up to 28. This may have been ambitious, this order. Light post, you've got nothing to do, you're just working here for reasons. Reasons. What were those reasons, do you think? You had to guess? Would you be able to determine the reasons? Because I'm not sure I can determine the reasons. I should probably be on the lookout for an opportunity. Nope. No wildfire essence. To make another hearth, given where the hostility is at these days. It might be time. Might be long since time. Alright, we're doing what we can with what we've got, I think. I've got no pie. Why do I have no pie? No pie or biscuits? Why is nobody working here? Alright, where are there wasted lizards? Aha, wasted lizards. Into the bakery. We're starting to get flour now, right? Yeah, we got lots of flour. And I have made none of these? Yo, fix that. Damn. Good thing I paused and looked. This doesn't matter at all. In fact, this building should probably just not exist. Well, it may need to exist eventually. But at the moment, it's fine. I don't have anybody making coats? Why are coats unchecked? Who would uncheck a coat? Is it because I was short on fabric? Might have been because I was short on fabric. Was I short on fabric? Did I need fabric for other purposes? Might have needed fabric for other purposes. We'll start making coats again. Jeez. The water skins don't matter, and we have a better source for scrolls. We have the scribe. Alright, you are still doing the thing, though, yeah? That's good. Gonna need them scrolls. For reasons, probably. This is empty, and that's okay. Would be nice to start making porridge at some point. Alright, where is there a useless human that I can replace with a beaver in this rain collector?
Hey, do I all?
As long as I like having no builders. Well, that'll fix itself momentarily. Alright, go. The moment I get into Storm, we are axing all of the woodcutters anyway. I should actually make a point of chopping down those 2 trees as well. Because I want to be able to place a farm here. Coal is being produced. That's fantastic news. We sure don't have much wood, though. In fact, one might even say we have no wood at all. Which, I suppose might be due to the incredible pace at which I am burning through planks. Idling. Because we're capped on planks. Alright, that's good. That's great. Good and great. And we still don't know how to make either of these things. Do we know how to make either of those things, actually? We definitely don't know how to make copper bars. Wait, I could... Bar found barrel. Yeah, okay. Oh, this... I wanted to build this. Well, it'll build eventually. Why did I need 2 of these? Oh, for advanced logistics. I see. I need drizzle water and storm water. So I guess let's make sure this is only using clearance water. You've got nothing to do. Distressing. It doesn't matter where I put you, you will still have nothing to do. Love that for you. How delightful. Alright, are we ready for disaster? Because it's about time for disaster. Show me that auto pause. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we gotta cancel this. We'll come back to it. We got unassigned woodcutters, and I'm still into hostility 5, which is Villagers have a 5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. I'm gonna say that's completely unacceptable. Literally the most unacceptable. Time to start sacrificing coal. 20 coal a minute I can actually handle. Here we go. There's Storm. Hey, look whose resolve is low. It's everybody. Is it countered by services or just they die? It's countered by services, yes. I have no services at the moment. I think I have had exactly one service. I might have taken exactly one incense. Yeah. Yep. One lizard has found religion. Exactly one lizard. Let's see if we can optimize for resolve. For example, having more free humans in the distillery. And having more lizards in the light post or something. Does that help? Where else is... Where else is free resolve? There's free resolve over here. But all my humans are in good places. We can undo you. Made it to 0. That's... better? I might have to start sacrificing wood. Wood is... Oh, I can do an extra stack of sacrifice coal if it ends up being that important. Worm tongue nest at large. I don't have a trapper's camp. Nor do I have a forager's camp. Maybe I should have taken them earlier when I didn't know I needed them. This lizard business is looking to be like it might be a problem. Scouts are idle in Fishman Soothsayer. They sure are. And that's fine. That is A-okay by me. They can be idle. It's their welcome to be idle. Can gather some stormwater. Give some of my idiots something to do. There's really no additional sources of resolve. Beavers in the rain mill, but beavers are doing fine anyway. There's really no additional sources of resolve. Unfortunate. How do I fix this then? The lizards actually look like they're gonna be fine. Even though they're at -4, the rate at which that's dropping is slow enough that we might actually finish out the full storm before they get there. Lizards' resolve is low. No jokes. Lizards' resolve is low. Fortunately, they have just enough of whatever the trait is. Endurance? Resilience? Resilience. Lizards are resilient. Go lizards! Be resilient! What the hell? Human resolve? Why is this like... This was at -1, like 2 seconds ago. What is happening? Oh, they're getting biscuits and pies! They're eating good for once. Damn. That's some happy humans. Impressive. Auto pause newcomer arrival. As usual, I'm going to wait until after the cornerstone. Herb production, that's kind of cool. Stone production. I suppose we do produce stone. Am I currently producing stone? There is stone to be produced. There's also herbs to be produced. I sure don't have an herbalist camp. So there's a few herbs. And a few stone. I think I'd rather have more herb than stone, because we have a lot of clay coming in. Could start a trade route? Yo, we could send them some stone! I got 1,000,000 stone, actually. This is a good deal. Take it. And now newcomers. I need 4 more beavers. Neither of these is 4 more beavers. But this comes with a bunch of amber? I do like amber. Alright, I'll take the amber. You can continue your investigations. And let's get people assigned to places. So we need beavers in here. And we need nobody at the blight post. Actual just nobody at the blight post, yeah. We need... Scribe has nothing to do at the moment. So let's take a few of you. And we can stick some of the lizards in the rain collector, which gives me more room for beavers at the woodcutter camp. And then we can just be at 10 hostility, and that's going to have to be okay. And then this goes, I don't know, over here? Just start chopping up trees. Any trees, really. Any and all trees. Eliminate trees. Alright, so we have coal to be grabbed and stone to be grabbed, and that's about it. Is anybody grabbing these herbs? Where is my small herbalist's camp? Ah, it's grabbing these herbs. Great, love it. Superb. Soup herb. And I eventually want to actually claim this tinkerer or turn it into tools. Maybe turn it into tools. Tools are good too. Is there another thing to pop open? We have kind of a lot of tools actually. Turning it into tools and copper is not that big of a deal. So maybe I'll turn it into an actual tinkerer and we'll be able to make training gear and make our lizards just super happy. Just the happiest goddamn lizards. But that'll still have to wait until after this is done. Because, like heck, am I taking an extra 450 hostility in order to get that done sooner. We do need some people in here. So let's grab you. Yeah. Yeah, alright, good. Time continues. There's nothing to build. Oh, we need to build houses. Probably build housing for the new folks. Is that... That's not fully contained, is it? I don't know where to put this. I don't know where to put this where it's not going to cause problems. There's so much stuff here already. Block and walkways. Does it matter if this blocks walkways? Or it kind of matters if this block walkways. Does it matter if this is within the hearth space? It does say it has to be built near a hearth. But if it'll just let me build it anywhere anyway. Maybe they just won't live in it if there's not a hearth? Alright, well, I'll build it like that. It seems like a better idea. Alright, everybody, get to work. I believe in you. Probably. You have no deposits. You could go get some veggies, though. Well, there's actually veggies to be got? Heck yeah. Come get some veggies. Get me some food. I mean, we're pretty good on food, to be honest, but we could have more food. I'm going to be able to turn in this advanced logistics. That's exciting. Are you set to... Good. Fell all trees. Yes, that's correct. Please continue the felling. We got to get into one of them glades. Small glade discovered. As if on cue. And what do we have here in this small glade? A small encampment and a worm-tongue nest. Well, I suppose let's get some trappers. Where is a lizard that can be replaced with a human? Here. Is there just literally not any room to put this down? I can overlap the fields. I can do that, actually. That's... Alright, that's acceptable. Yeah, that's barely within range. Love it. Super good. What happens here? Welcome new people or send them to the Citadel. I'll worry about it in a bit after I have accepted the rewards for this order. Oh, 30 crystallized dew. And pickle jar production? Love it. And a bunch of amber. That's actually exciting. It's a really good order. Impatience reduced briefly. Actually, how are we doing on orders? Wow. These are the last 3 possible orders. I'm going to have to really get into some of these dangerous glades if I want to get anything done. Decided to foretell here because I didn't want 2 random villagers to be killed whenever every 10 times needs are fulfilled. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. Please don't kill my villagers. I guess that means we need to start working our way into one of them dangerous glades. Maybe not another forbidden glade, since they're probably forbidden for a reason. And also I don't know where they are over here, I guess. But maybe we can grab like this dangerous glade, since that's fairly close to home. That seems like a reasonable choice. Once these 2 trees get knocked down, I'll move over this woodcutter. Are you gonna finish this ever? Why? What happened to these? I canceled and they left? Did they move the scrolls out when I canceled? Resources will be transported back to the warehouse. I needed to unequip the scouts rather than canceling the thing. God damn it. Okay. Local streamer rejects the greater good. The greater good? I'm always here for the greater good, okay? I even say the greater good twice, as is tradition. More barrels? I'm never producing a barrel. Big files. I like big files, and I cannot lie. Do I like big files? Am I producing pigment? Where is pigment coming from? I'm sure not producing pigment. Wow, dude. You came in with the worst collection of perks ever. Alright, I want none of those. I will take none of them. Yeah, I'm pretty unhappy about event progress reset. That was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. I might buy some wildfire essence, despite it being ridiculously expensive. Because I am uncomfortable with the level of hostility that is currently hostilitying. I might also buy some dew or copper bars. Finally have the ability to make tools, and I have enough tools that I'm not making more tools. We've got planks. This thing got built. Nobody at the Blight Post. That is a correct number of people at the Blight Post. I'm out of barrels? Unbelievable. Can use some of my precious water skins. I guess you can also use roots here. I really don't care what you use. You can use anything. It's all good. Sufficiently rich prices no longer matter. That might be accurate. I do have some number of materials on hand. It's difficult for me to remember that there is inflection points in Against the Storm runs where after a certain point some things don't matter anymore. Like if you're close enough to winning, it doesn't matter what else the game will do to you as long as you get the resolve or the reputation for it. And like at this point, I have enough resources and enough ability to produce resources that, yeah, the money doesn't matter. I could just take whatever I want. As soon as I figure out what I'm paying for it. Why do I have so many packs of provisions? What the hell happened here? Did I get a bunch of them for an order or something? Where did these come from? What have I done? I'm gonna spend some planks so my idiots have excuses to what's my drizzle mystery? This one? Clear skies? Has nothing to do with packs of provisions, it turns out. It really seems like somebody at the makeshift post just went ham for a while, which is unlikely because I haven't had anybody in the makeshift post for ages. So I don't know. It's concerning. Might as well spend some of them. My 5th perk. Oh, right. When people come, they come with packs. Yes. Peasant supplies. 3 pack of provisions for every new villager. 51 packs over the course of this run. Holy crap. I guess that's some more incentive to welcome new people because they'll bring some packs with them. I love it. Yeah, that's certainly been good. That's certainly been a good perk. I'm not currently building anything. Is that okay? What would I build? This small hearth? Maybe let's try building this small hearth. Put my builders to work. They still haven't started on this. God, it takes so long to bring the scrolls over. If only I had a nearby warehouse. Local streamer learns you can place additional hearts. Yep, that's definitely a thing I am just now learning. I had never heard of hearths before. This is still not gonna finish before the next storm. Are you kidding me with these idiots? I'm gonna kill them. Advanced logistics is done. I'm gonna turn this in. Get this turned in. Produce some terrible rewards. Wow, wildfire essence. I just traded for some of that. Weird. Alright, whatever. There's a very similar button I was complaining about lacking another stream. Oh, maybe. Believable. Oh, taverns and temples and guild houses and also lizard houses. All three of these are amazing, right? All three of these are great, what with their passives and all. I should probably look at the tavern over the guild house, despite the guild house having some wild-ass passives. Bonus will be added retroactively. That's kind of cool. This is just a flat +3 to global resolve. Holy crap. And this is hostility every 200 seconds spent sacrificing goods. I've actually sacrificed enough goods that this will do work. I think I will take the giant global resolve boost in the tavern, especially since these help my beavers a lot. And I have some ale and I have some wine. This is pretty good, actually. Yeah, we're grabbing a tavern. Grab and immediately build a tavern. You always go guild house over tavern, but it's not always the best service building. Sure. Just stick all my service buildings next to each other. Out here in the middle of the wilderness. Protected trade. Do I? If you say so. I'm going to pretend I know what any of this means. Should I buy oil? Just for the sake of having oil? For no real reason? Oil is cool for events. Yeah, I remember you were saying you're a fan of oil. Protected trade is actually pretty cool. I should sell more things. How much do I need for the next tick point? Another 11.2. How about I buy 11.2 worth of oil? Want to disable burning oil in my hearth. That is a good point. I would want to do that thing that you said. Amber is a kind of... You are so right. You know, when you're right, Rhoda, you're really right. That is a good point that you make about what Amber does. And I have a giant pile of Amber. Enough that I probably won't be spending it on that many perks in the near future. I probably want to keep like 30 Amber for the next trader. Yeah. So let's do this. Cool, that worked. Now I have an extra -10 hostility. Cool. That's an extremely minor gain, but a gain nonetheless. Yes, I have noticed that buying perks doesn't count, which is unfortunate. I would really... They've started working on it. All right, well, this just has to finish because I don't want to gain whatever the heck this is. Negative forest mysteries require a lower hostility level. Yeah, that sounds absolutely miserable. Y'all better finish this before Storm. They're not going to. They're just going to keep working through Storm, and we're just going to suffer with the incredible hostility deficit. It's just going to be suffering. Clearance comes after Drizzle. How long does clearance last? Okay. 4 minutes for Drizzle, for clearance is fine then. Everything is fine. Everything is fine and not a problem. I remembered that Storm was 2 and somehow assumed that everything else was 2 as well. All right. One more farm here. Right at the end of Drizzle. What a great time to build a farm. This needs to move up to here. So we can start working our way through to this next glade. Very excited about the possibilities of not having this thing up and running in the near future. Muscle sprout tree. What a world we live in. The hearth finished. How did this work again? Lizards give resolve. Oh, only the main hearth works that way, right? With the lizards giving resolve and everything. This hearth is just a place for people to work. And also, don't sacrifice oil. Hey, look, oil was already declicked. Wow. Yeah, putting a lizard here for the lizard resolve is fine. Fuel choices are shared between hearths. Oh, I see. But it doesn't give the global resolve bonus of having a lizard here. Right? Like, I'm not getting whatever the global bonus is for having a human there. It's just a place for someone to work. And I would like to get these buildings finished. Also, the porridge. There we go. You can start using all of the available waters. It no longer matters to me which water gets used. Human lowers impatience game. Harpies are OP. Foxes are late game. Sure. Yeah, I haven't seen the Harpy or Fox one yet. But yeah, I've been very happy with the reduced fuel consumption thing and this here. And the global resolve gain from lizards. I've yet to be in a position where impatience has felt like it matters. I appreciate that a timer exists. Timers need to exist. But impatience is yet to be a real timer. Or be a timer in a way that prevents me from playing the game in the way I want to play the game. You're out of stone? Alright, let's move you to a place with more stone. Like here. You never buy fuel reduction stuff? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, the numbers that I've been getting out of it has been wild, right? Like, if I put a beaver to work here, these numbers double, which is crazy. The way it all stacks together has been very nice. Would like this to finish at some point. That would be nice. Man, I love this biome. This biome is so pretty. Thank heavens. It's going to be alright. Everything is going to be okay. And I don't think I can really afford to throw impatience at more traders. Like, this is starting to become egregious. Was that a sound effect or was that... I think that was soundtrack. God damn it. It sounded very like the hostility sound point. Dangerous glade discovered. What have we got here? Forgotten Temple of the Sun. Who would worship the sun in a world with so little sunlight? Destroys all trade goods in the warehouse? Alright, I guess we're excavating it. Let's just immediately excavate this. And... you know what? Just immediately solve this problem. Right now. Finish this. Yes. It's fine. The lizards are resilient. They'll be okay. Do I not have Praise the Sun options? What is this, Dark Souls? My Praise the Sun options are pies, pigments, and coal, but this has reputation attached to it. It has reputation. I want to win the run, Rota. I need to get points. I am turning this in for points. Winning is good, I guess. I don't feel like I need more of any of these. I mean, I guess pigment would be nice, but anything that I would use pigment for, I am using other stuff for. I certainly don't know that I care about loyalty. I have trade routes. I do have trade routes. I could sell some roots. I am happy to sell some roots. I could sell... Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. I could sell some coal. I could sell some dew. Would I like to do the dew? I think I would not like to sell some coal. I think I would also not like to sell some dew. I think I probably would like to sell some packs of provisions, though. Some plant fiber. I will never remember that trade routes exist. So thank you. Along the list of things that I will never remember. My neighbors hate me. I just haven't done that much trading. All right, this finished. Thank heavens. So hostility is now no longer at 10, which means I can possibly live in a world where people are happy. For example, beavers, where beavers are happy. It is, in theory, possible for beavers to be happy at some point in maybe the near future. Let's get some more people. Who do I evict in order to get some more people? We don't need that many people at the mine. And that reduces the result. Damn it.
Howdy. Hiya.
Yeah, I have done not a whole lot of trading. Leech Broodmother. Coal! Everybody loves coal. Small worm tongue nest. Dope. Currently retrieving things from another small worm tongue nest. Alright, not a big deal. And once this finishes, I'll be able to stick somebody in this hearth. And also build some housing out here for people. Big shelter. Absolutely. The biggest of shelters. Is it storm time? God damn it, already? Not ready. I'm ill-prepared for another storm. Eerie Song. Eerie Song is 6, huh? How did this change? Wait, how did this change? These went up. This went to 2, 4, and 6. What did I do? Yelling at Cloud is actually accurate. Did I do this? Am I responsible for this happening? Did I make decisions that caused this to occur? Was there some perk that I missed? Airbender. Oh! Yeah, the Fishman! The Fishman that was otherwise going to ruin my life has instead made my life slightly better. Yes, he has made the forest mysteries slightly more mysterious. In that they happen less often. I now have 1 million free beavers. Beaver there. You there. Get some more resolve under your belt. Some more resolve, reputation, resolve. Resolve? Resolve. How much hostility until level 6? It is 15. Why 10? Why would you ask this question? It's a very low number. 15 is still a low number. So if I were to open up another glade right now, that would be pretty bad. I guess if I were to lose an impatience, that would be bad. If I manage to gain a reputation during the storm, it'll bring in the next hostility. It is, in fact, entirely down to protected trade that I don't have to sacrifice coal this storm. Of course, once these people join my team, the hostility will increase again. So that's something to worry about. Where are those joiners? Here. All right, let's find some humans to replace. Look at that. Look at these food numbers. Yeah, you can just get me some grain. Just kill one of the new people to gain impatience and thereby lower my hostility. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I agree that would work. I just don't like it. I would rather, if given the choice, have none of my people ever die. That would be my preference. The greater good. But it's not the greater good. I mean, it is a good, but life is the ultimate good, probably. Oh, we need people to work here. We need humans to work here. Humans! I don't have that many humans. Built-in hostility solution. That's a hell of a way of looking at it. Yeah, I don't actually have, like, miscellaneous humans to just throw at this. Oh, I do. The herbalist camp. Wait. Are you actually herbalizing? You are herbalizing. Alright. Well, I guess have some dwarves at there for now. And then we can throw some humans at this tavern. And then I can throw this last dwarf at the tavern for now? Because we're going to get another human in the near future. And this way it's full, which is relevant for the purposes of +3 global resolve. Lizard resolve is still low, however, lizard resilience is still high. So it turns out I don't care. So many things are happening. I have trade routes. I saw the number. The number went up. I could sell a part? I'm not selling a part. Get out of here. Never. I could sell 1x pack of building materials. That actually wouldn't be a terrible idea if I had 1x pack of building materials. But alas, I have not bothered to create 1x pack of building materials. The people have shown up, and I am still somehow barely hostility 5 instead of 6. Good news. Good news, everybody. Good news, everybody. All right, keep building stuff. I'm going to let all of the free people work freely for the purposes of production of some kind. Dude's still just hanging out? Oh, because it's taken forever to bring his materials back? Because the workshop is very far away. Or the warehouse. I should make a local warehouse, huh? That's a real thing. It costs parts? Yikes. I remember the game suggesting that I should build a warehouse next to the hearth in remote locations. So maybe I should have built hearth warehouse all the way out here instead of building my hearth closer to my regular hearth. I don't know. Also, people walk slowly during storms because the ground is muddy. Newcomer arrival. Okay, that's fine. Wait till the storm's over. Meat specialization. Meat production increases by +1 every 25 times it's produced. Sahilda's Secret Cookbook. Gain 10 jerky for every time pie produced? That's wild. I love it. So that's free food. Meat specialization is kind of like free food, except when am I producing meat? So far, the answer has been, oh, meat is a natural resource? I don't think I've produced that much meat naturally. But I've gotten meat out of the trees. Does that count? When it says produced, does that have a specific meaning? Like, will this do that? I know it's not retroactive, so I won't see results that way. Like, this is very good. This is just straight up very good. That's a lot of free food, and then I stop having to put coal into jerky because I'm just making jerky with pie. But this seems like it could be very good, and I also just want to know how it works. Like, I want to know if getting meat out of trees triggers meat specialization. So I kind of want to pick this, not because I know it'll be good, but because I'm curious how it works. But like this one, I know it'll be good. Honestly, they're both good. Yes, they're both good? Question mark? Unclear whether meat specialization would actually be good. I guess if it works with the trees, it's probably still not as good as the Secret Cookbook. Probably still not as good as the Secret Cookbook. Too bad. All right, where am I making jerky? In the cellar. Show me the cellar. That's this thing. Cool. Well, we can stop making jerky now, because whenever I make pie, I get jerky. This is sorted by rarity. Interesting. And the new thing I picked is purple. There we go. Okay, let's get woodcutters back to work. Let's make some trade routes. Skewers. I can trade exactly veggies. Yeah, alright, it's a deal. Give me some more amber, I guess. And now the newcomers come in. I need at least one... No, I need 2 beavers. Damn it! Life is so difficult. I'll take the ones that come with tools. Wow. These are incredible numbers. Holy crap. I guess because my hostility is so low. What if I just let this slide for a bit? Do I have these tools? I have almost these tools. What if I just let these people build up some reputation for me? Like, I'm kind of into it. And then we'll just have no wood forever? Got a decent amount of wood right now. Maybe we just don't break into another glade for a bit. Kind of okay with it. We could still put people to work, though, it turns out. That seems like it would be an okay idea.
Clara. Yo. Hey, do I
Suppose keep working on the mines. You have nothing to harvest. You're doing the thing. Yo, there's even meat over here. Could have gotten some meat value. They're working. They're working. I haven't decided whether I am doing the thing here, though. I guess the idea is at some point I'm going to want training gear, so I should do the thing here. Alright. Great. Sahilda, hello. Give me your perks. +2 to coats, love it. Woodcutters move faster, love it. Viceroy's survival guide. You know what? Just give me all of these things, honestly. Just every single one of these things. I will take them both. Take them both and or all. The coats one maybe not that big of a deal, but like every little bit helps, you know? Great. Thanks, Sahilda. You were a big help here. Now, everybody gets to provide reputation, and also we might finish beaver population. I'm kind of surprised we ever got this far. How am I still... How is this so high? What am I doing to deserve this? I guess all of the services are finally doing work. That's pretty good. All of the services doing a very real amount of work. No, lizards! Damn. What is this? Lumber mill. Yo, I got a lumber mill? Huzzah. Should I build a lumber mill? I should maybe build a lumber mill. Alright, now I can put people back to work on things. Where is the next glade? Which glade are we opening next? I guess one of these nearby dangerous glades is next. What did I win here? A temple. Beaver house is neat. Kiln house is unnecessary. Producing coal is kind of wild. Guild house. Is guild house amazing? I do like these bonuses. But it provides a thing I already have. So Temple provides education, which I don't currently have. Which is a pretty good reason to pick Temple, honestly. Where do I put this? It's got to go somewhere. Doesn't matter too much where, I don't think. And I should build a lumber mill, probably? To get better plank production? Should I build trade goods? I should not be building scrolls here. I should be building planks here. Which means we'll stop producing planks at the carpenter. The carpenter will only produce tools. going to rest. But you could be making ale. Oh my god, I have so much grain. Put somebody else to work here. I don't know that a global limit for packs of trade goods makes much sense. But I also don't know how many packs of trade goods I will need. I will never need them for orders. So let's limit it to like 2? Out of flour, since I'm producing a lot of flour. Cool. And I am now 3 rep away from winning the game. So let's just try and win the game, shall we? Unfortunately out of tools. Maybe I'll trade for a tools. Does Sahilda have a tools? Yeah. Sahilda does not have a tools. Yeah. Sahilda is useless. Why have the carpenters been slow on these tools, though, is my question. They've been slacking. I mean, 3 and 0.4 per minute. Look at him go. Dang. Trader departure. Yeah, I know. I think it's okay. She doesn't really have anything for me at this point. Goodbye, Sahilda. Thank you for the perks. See you later. That was an alert of some kind. What kind of alert was that? What did that button mean? What did that noise mean? I think that meant that Sahilda left. What are you missing? Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe finish making planks. Maybe make some more planks for our boys. So prioritize planks. Sometimes we're going to need planks. And we finally have the tools we need here to send this to the Citadel and turn it into winning the game. My impatience! That's fine. This is looking suspiciously like winning the game. And if I ever earn myself another beaver, we're definitely done. Very close to done. Very cool. Drizzle 8. Rhoda, were you the one who was making fun of me for winning a run in 9 years? Somebody was poking fun at me for the amount of time that it took to win a run. And I don't remember. In fact, I don't think it was ever even made clear to me whether that was an exceptionally long time or exceptionally short time. Short seems unlikely given my unfamiliarity with the game. Finally gonna finish with the soothsayer. Jesus Christ. They've been working at this for a full year. Oh, logistics is a goddamn mess. Logistics is a real problem. All right, we're there. It's over. This wins. Please win. Please complete. Please. I've been here for my entire life. I've been here for years. I just want to be freed. Oh, I didn't need to do that. This was... That was starting drizzle, not starting clearance, not starting storm. All right, cool, we got it. Completed a bunch of deeds. Got to level 6, hell yeah. Now new blueprints can appear. So Thor the Ancient. Why does he look like an eyeball? He just looks like a closed eyeball. I don't like it. New blueprints is cool. Whoa, a thing that produces oil! I don't think I had any of those. Monastery, it's religion. Old people turn into eyeballs in Against the Storm. That is distressing. Maybe even more than mildly distressing. That's like moderately distressing. I am moderately distressed by this concept. You took some of the best explorers from the smoldering city with you. Global resolve is boosted by +5 for 180 seconds every time a new glade is discovered. Wow. But woodcutting is 33% slower until you open at least 2 glades. Okay, that's easy to do. The crown is very forgiving as long as the goods keep flowing. Impatience grows 30% slower for 180 seconds every time you finish a trade route. This is a gold perk? Yeah, it seems really good. That's a lot of resolve. I got 4 seal fragments. Yeah, I got so many seal fragments. 3rd time's a charm. Heck yeah. Discovered some glades. Win a game on this biome. I've completed 10 trade routes. I've completed 10 trade routes. Did you know that despite my inability to read numbers on the UI, I have managed to complete a full 10 trade routes? Yeah, year is 10 minutes. Yes. We did a Viceroy win. Yep. Win a game in the Coral Forest biome and on Viceroy or higher. Win a game with no dead villagers on Viceroy. That's right. No dead villagers. Heck yeah. 20-minute adventure. Game finished before year 12. Oh, I get perks for winning before 12? Okay. Apparently, winning before 12 is a big deal. Not a big deal. Like, 20 points is not that many points. But, like, with at least 40 villagers, nobody left. Nobody left is a big deal. Nobody left or died. Heck yeah. Yo, forbidden events are kind of full of points also. Impatience left, 9. Oh, if I had less impatience, this number would be higher. And reputation 14 is always going to be 14 until the size of this bar changes, which has not happened yet. How do you get a win without max reputation? That seems weird to give me points for reputation. Oh, whatever. All right, that is a bunch of achievements earned. Let's go check it out. So we have Beaverbrook, Fox Glen, and Fox Den. And now I can go to Land of Greed. Land of Greed. Impatience grows quicker, but every ongoing trade route reduces the impatience generation speed. Huh. I'm okay with that. Ongoing trade routes, huh? Weird. Really makes you think? Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm sure doing a think right now. All right. So, standard uniform. Huh. Home decoration. Yo, my first home decoration. Hang on. I gotta go decorate my home. Hey, yeah, I got a uniform. It's decorating the home. Unless this was a home decoration, in which case it's not my first home decoration. Is there something I don't understand? No. I know all of these. I know all of these things. Thank you. I have to go. Reef Bloom, home decoration. Excuse me? In what way have I now decorated my home? Yo, it's this stuff. It's more plants. This must have been a home decoration. I must have picked it up without even realizing it. Any more home decorations? Essential buildings, coral growth. Oh, it's aesthetics. A new decoration. All right, thank you for the essential decoration. Thank you also for the essential decoration. I love decorations. Now experience. It's not going to be a whole new level, unfortunately, but experience is good. Thank you for the things. Upgrades? Time to spend money? I can't ever buy this because I don't know how to get... What the hell are these things? Artifacts. Yeah, I have never seen artifacts or machinery. Maybe someday. Alright, I can't go any farther on these trees. 30 here, 24 and 30 here, 12 here, 18 and 30 here. Alright, so I can't buy everything out. I have to decide which of these are the ones I care about the most. Embarkation bonuses are bigger. Dope. Fundamental upgrade blueprint reroll. Fundamental upgrade Rainpunk engines. I can finally start using Rainpunk. Rainpunk seems dangerous. I don't know that I want to start using Rainpunk. This is an additional cornerstone choice. Oh, that seems very good. Different embarkation bonuses and a different embarkation bonus. Herbalist camp as an embarkation bonus? Okay, we're just getting all of these, and Rainpunk will have to wait for another day. Someday, Rainpunk, but that day is not today. Cool. Alright, well, upgrade spent. Let's start a new run. Go, go, go! Ooh, I get awarded machinery points. And a treasure chest. Is it for the thing? For the Land of Greed? Special reward royal resupply. Coral Forest or Royal Woodlands. I want to get up to here, so I think we better go around this way. I can start with harpies. I can start with a lot of harpies. Excel at alchemy and love to work with cloth. I would like lizards in addition to my harpies, though. And also 2 extra villagers. That sounds delightful. Biscuits are cool, but yeah, let's get all the raw resources. Oh, Prestige 1. More reputation required in harder orders. Wow, how high does this go? Conditions. Devastating. This is the greed thing. Gift of the woodlands. Trees give wood. I would hope so. Oh, trees give more wood. Yes, that makes sense. I don't have the embarkation points to take Herbalist Camp. Disaster. -2. Reserve embarkation points are earned by completing activities on the world map. They are a separate pool of non-rechargeable points that can only be used during this cycle. Huh. I haven't seen those, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Alright, so I can't take the Herbalist Camp. I can take extra villagers. And I can take food. Food is expensive. Dang. We'll take some wood. And some cheaper food. And then some more expensive food, I guess. Or some crafting resources? Alright. Rhoda, what is the difference between stone and clay? Why would I want one over the other? They seem to be completely interchangeable. I realize that I obtained them from different sources. But given the choice between 30 stone and 30 clay, why would I choose one over the other? think I might just take more food though. Food is the one thing that I have been constantly worried about. Yeah, let's just take some meat and call it good. And I will have to look into getting more embarkation points during my next level up. All right, go, go, go. All right, mating season. +3 to meat production from gathering, farming, or production. Every yield. Okay, so production is differentiated from gathering and farming. So the meat production perk would literally only affect the ranch? Whereas this is from every yield. So that includes gathering and farming. Looming darkness, as is tradition. Flooded roads. The travel cost of trade routes. So trade routes will finish slower. Fog. Villagers with this effect move slower, but if they have houses, they get to be okay. Cold snap. Villagers with this effect have a 50% chance of consuming double the amount of food during a break. But if I have complex food, this doesn't affect them. Nauseous spores. Hostility 4. Services prevents, but if this is active, then time between breaks is reduced. So they take breaks more often. But all of these are preventable, which means flooded roads and looming darkness are the only things that I will always have to contend with. Interesting. A terrible place for a warehouse. All right, let's start opening the way towards these glades then. Harpies, how you doing? You like housing? Yeah, you like harpy housing. Understandable. Jerky, biscuits, pie. So 3 foods, clothing, and 2 services. Oh, they like treatment. They want to be treated. Harpies and foxes. Yeah. Okay, that's what treatment is. All right. Red thing? Forsaken altar activation? What the balls? And I need... This number is now more than 14. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I think I get an extra blueprint reward as a result, because I'm going later. Prestige and the altar. Oh, good. They are explaining it. Prestige is a special difficulty scaling system that offers increasing challenges and rewards. There are a total... I like rewards! I'm a fan of rewards. There are a total of 20 levels of prestige, and in order to reach the next rungs on the difficulty ladder, you must first win at least 1 game at a lower level. Each prestige level adds 1 new negative effect to the pool of modifiers with which you start the game. That means by reaching P20, you will face as many as 20 negative modifiers, plus all the variables resulting from non-prestige difficulty levels, such as storm length, hostility multipliers, etc. To help you in this extremely difficult endeavor, you have a special new building at your disposal, the Forsaken Altar. With it, you can buy extremely powerful storm-forged versions of cornerstones, as well as upgrade some of your already owned perks to this mythical rarity. Stormforged. To use the Forsaken Altar, first earn enough rep points. The point thresholds that activate the Forsaken Altar are indicated on the reputation bar by small red dots. Oh, so red dots are good. Red dots are positive. Once you have reached the appropriate threshold, you still have to wait for the storm to start. Once all of the above conditions are met, you'll finally be able to use the altar. Every altar activation allows you to select one of 3 storm-forged cornerstones. You can only choose one of them, and you must pay for it with the Citadel resources and the lives of some of your subjects. Some are cheaper because you're not buying them, but rather upgrading a perk you already possess. The text on the purchase will change to upgrade. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Wow, big deal. And now there's a Forsaken Altar that I can build. An ancient altar to the Forsaken Gods. In the midst of the raging storm, you can make sacrifices here to gain unimaginable powers. I gotta kill off villagers for this? I like my villagers. Boo! Boo, I say. Alright, what are my starting buildings? Small farm? Cooperage makes barrels. Brickyard makes bricks. Barrels and coats? Wow. Wow, what a building. Weaver, fabric and training gear. Brickyard, bricks and pottery. Cooperage, barrels and coats. I definitely like the better fabric and better bricks. But I really like the barrels. This might actually be better for me. Pottery works basically like barrels do. And being able to make crystallized dew is kind of a big deal. Yeah, there's no source of copper. So we're going to need something to make crystallized dew if I want to be able to make tools. I guess, what recipes use crystallized dew? Pipes? Barrels at the cooperage? Oh, we'd be hard-pressed to make those things anyway. Fine smith. Tea uses dew? Dew and copper? That's strange. Pipes, barrels, tea, training goods. Training goods? You can also use stone for training goods. Oh, but you can't use clay. This would be the one place I have seen where you can use stone and not clay. The Rainpunk Foundry makes parts? Well, the Rainpunk Foundry's crazy. What the hell is this? This is crazy. This is incredible. You could actually just make parts like this? That doesn't seem real. And wildfire essence? There must be something weird with this. This must be like an especially unique building. Wild. Alright, ignoring the presence of the Rainpunk Foundry in this list. This stuff goes into pipes, barrels, tea, tools, and training gear. And if I look at copper bars, it's also the same thing. Pipes, barrels, tea, tools, and training gear. I think it's the same list. As expected. Don't care about pipes because we're not doing Rainpunk anything. So barrels, tea, tools, and training gear. So I can't actually make any barrels at the cooperage without a source of crystallized dew. Or copper bars, I guess, but we're not harvesting copper on this field. So it sounds like I should start with a brickyard. And we can probably find a source for coats later. And maybe tea. Does having a source for tea make sense to start with because of the harpies? I don't know. This seems like more late game, and this seems more early game, and right now I feel like I should be picking more early game. Trappers, foragers, and herbalist camp. I should probably take one of these. Provisioner. I don't actually know that I'm gonna need... I guess we have people... Everybody likes biscuits, right? Just everybody likes biscuits? All people like biscuits? Lizards don't like biscuits. Lizard likes pie, though. Lots of people like pie. You make flour. Sources of flour maybe not that difficult. We are likely to have just ridiculous amounts of meat. And in fact, I probably want a trapper's camp in order to make meat harvesting better. Again, without knowing what's going to show up in later things. I'm going to take the trapper's camp. We'll worry about the provisioner later, like now. Oh, scribe. Or I can take the scribe and make Rhoda happy. I do like making Rhoda happy. All right, and then let's start making shelter. All right, get out there and build. Oh, I don't have beavers for once. Light as a feather. Harpy firekeepers can teach villagers how to be more nimble and agile. Huh. Global carrying capacity is increased by 5. What the hell? That's incredible. And I'm sitting here worrying about a global resolve? Phew. Harpies forever. Never leaving harpies at home again. Wow. Wow. Okay. The harpy sounds are great. Harpy sounds are superb. Good job, harpies. Way to make harpy noises. Alright, what is the next thing I'm building? Things that I can harvest now include... yeah, okay. Well, let's start with... Start with an herbalist camp, since that covers both of these. Housing for everybody. Wait, that's still not enough housing for everybody. That's housing for some. We're gonna need to work on this housing for everybody business. We should also be opening this route. so much better than penguin noises. It's true. It's really true. Those penguin noises were disturbing. Can't believe penguins actually sound like that. I don't know who let penguins sound like that. That's really just a terrible decision all around. Let's prioritize berries. I like berries more than mushrooms. And, ooh, we get a specialization bonus for harpies. Because alchemy proficiency. Also, they get to make harpy noises. I love it. I love it. Alright, here we go. No place like home. 3 lizard house and 3 harpy house. Or 7 packs of crops. This is going to be tough to get to, I think. Packs of crops are not going to be tough to get to. The reward for turning in 7 packs of crops is packs of crops are easier to make. Nets. To go along with my already +3 meat production. Meat's pretty good. Also villagers. But I don't know that I'll be able to get to these. Wow, it's so difficult to decide now which of these I'm going to be able to go for. Planting crops is faster. Planting is not the slow part. Harvesting is the slow part. So this is not that relevant. But also, I don't know whether or not I'll be able to get lizard houses and harpy houses. I'll have to snap them up the moment they show up. Which is a bit of a bummer. I feel like there's probably enough blueprint things here. We can probably get some value out of traders, so I guess I'll go for it. Wait, let's look at the cornerstone first, before I make decisions here. Gain 1 villager every time you discover a new glade. Yo, that's dope. Exploration contract. The Royal Academy wants a detailed map of the region. Will supply anyone willing to help. Gain 20 reed and 20 clay for each discovered glade. Wow, these are both the same thing. Do I want a new villager or do I want reed and clay? There is no source for reeds on this board. I don't know that that matters. Because there's other things. There's plant fiber. Plant fiber, I think, supplies reed. Like, is usable in the same way that reed is. +2 to vegetables production. Gain additional vegetables from every yield. Vegetables. Vegetables are a natural resource. And also, I could be farming them. I turned down the farm, though. I turned down the regular farm. So I don't know that I'm going to be farming vegetables. I love the idea of more villagers. This seems great. Like, this is really cool, but I love more villagers. So I guess hook me up. All right, I'm gonna assume I'll be able to get both of these blueprints at some point. 20 pigment, a trading post, and a 10 amber. I gotta turn in 10 amber for this? Whew, that's parts and tools, though. Large berry baskets. Large berry baskets is actually pretty neat. I gotta find pigment, though. Pigment is not easy to find. I believe I already have a trading post? No, I can build a trading post. And deliver 10. I can deliver 10 amber. Yeah, let's do it. 5 tools or 40 flour. I can wait on this. I probably want to deliver the 40 flour, to be honest. Parts are nice, though. But this I can wait on until, like, I don't have to pick this now. Tools or flour. The tools I could just deliver right now, but I like having tools is the problem. Oh, I don't currently have any tools. Well, I don't start with tools? Yikes. All right, well, I'm going to need one of these in order to then build one of these. I think I am not yet ready to try and build a scribe. I am going to need a harvester's camp, so I guess we can get started on that. Let's get somebody to work here. This needs planks, so prioritize planks. Currently have no wood. Well, people are going to start putting wood back, so it's going to be fine. This is ready. And it doesn't matter who I put there. That's fine. Put literally anybody there. Alright. Small glade discovered, and with them, a villager. In this gray glade, drizzlewing nest, root deposit, small encampment. Okay, small encampment. This is also lizards and harpies. I love it. Or amber. It's early. We like people. Let's get people. Give them some roots. And I haven't built a trapper's camp, but this seems like as good a time as any to get started. We've got obelisks. You know, I love obelisks. I would like an obelisk. What's a little corruption between friends? This is a hell of a collection of rewards, though. It decreases hostility, though. How can you turn down something that decreases hostility? I think it is literally impossible to turn down something that decreases hostility. Yes, today has been a good day. It's a day that includes harpies. And also humans, apparently. Can we go across them? We can make an offering or we can tear it down. If either of those is going across the obelisk, then you let me know. It's possible that making an offering would lead to going across the obelisk. But it's also possible that making an offering would lead to having a decorative obelisk. Which I guess is slightly different. We're going to need more housing, so I guess let's get started on more housing. And I have to decide what I am doing with the obelisk. As it stands right now, tear down is possible and make an offering is not. This is a hell of a collection of rewards. I guess we'll tear it down, and then we'll have the rewards necessary to make an offering next time. And in the meantime, this will just be done.
Yeah.
This brickyard will maybe complete ever. You don't have anything to do? Oh, because we don't have a builder. Alright, then start building. And once them planks get used up, I guess I could just up this, right? This could just be 4 instead of being weird about it. Start opening the way over here, I guess? Would like this space to be more opened up so I can use it for building housing. Currently don't have the people to actually fully occupy this job. Or even partially. Oh no, I can fully occupy this job. Never mind. Get to work, lizards. Right, because this thing finished. In fact, don't even bother making bricks here. We'll just make the bricks here. I don't even need that much pottery right now. I guess make some pottery so we have pottery lying around. And if burning clay for pottery is fine, because we're making clay for free, I think. No, I don't know where the clay is coming from. We have some clay lying around for reasons, and I don't know what those reasons are, I'll be honest with you. Oh, I'm gonna need a trade thing, aren't I? Trading post is maybe a higher priority than I would otherwise expect. A trade thing. Yep, that's what I said. I stand by that statement. A trade thing. This is where clay comes from. Maybe also go get me some clay. Keep on doing some useless woodcutting over here. We can do some useful woodcutting over here. Is that pronounced a trade? I always mentally pronounced it as a treed, I think. House a treed. It's Dune, right? That's what that's from? Can't remember which fictional work these random fictional names come from. You watched 30 minutes of a movie? Okay, yeah, you're probably right then. Presumably a movie would have the movie members pronouncing things correctly. Presumably. Cast members? Actors? Actors is probably the word I was looking for. Given governorship of Arrakis. Yeah, that's a Dune thing. I recognize Arrakis. That's where the spice comes from. Also known as Dune. The prequel to Twilight Imperium. The board game? Prequel to the board game? I could break this open, but I'd rather send it to the Citadel, which is going to require some tools, which we don't currently have, alas. Yo, it's meat production. Can't wait to produce some meat. Meat production has to happen in Drizzle, though. Because I get a lot more meat when I am producing meat in Drizzle. So I have to make sure that my meat producer is producing meat during the correct time. So I'm going to unclick this. Actually, do I just... Do I just not employ people in the Trappers camp unless it's drizzle? Because then I'm wasting meat production? I hate this. I hate that this is timed. What a weird way to accomplish things. Yeah, I think I will only do that thing. I think I will wait. I don't know. That seems weird. It seems weird. Everything seems weird. I don't have any amber. I need more amber. The trading house finished? It sure did. Now we need to produce packs of provisions again. Damn it. That has to be at the makeshift post, I think. Alas. Does anything ever require more than 2 packs of provisions? I don't think I've seen more than 2. Oh, that's travel cost. We actually have a thing that affects that if I do it in Storm. And I can pay Amber to unlock an additional offer. But also if I trade with them, their standing will go up, which I don't remember what that does. But I don't know that it unlocks additional offers, actually. Well. I'll leave it at 2. I don't like using materials on packs of provisions that often. If I had herbs, you could use herbs, but like, I don't have herbs, and in fact, I will never, ever have herbs unless I get the right farming building. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to just not have people here because I want to take advantage of the meat production thing. Well, that's weird and I hate it. But, alright, here we go. I guess we'll just not use the Trappers camp, except during drizzle. And if we're going to use them, we'll definitely use them here. Where am I sending my woodcutters? And just keep cutting wood in random places, or to more glades? Open up more glades? Glades cause hostility! Opening up more glades is probably correct, because that advances the game state. Should probably advance the game state. Alright, as it stands... Oh, I guess I could use packs of crops also? Not that I have a good way to do that yet. But if I had packs of crops... That's not here. In fact, I didn't even take the packs of crops things. Okay, cool. Yeah, just turn both of those off. We'll have one person here making packs of provisions so I can send trades to trade posts. And if Lizard House or Harpy House show up in my my things, I snap them up. Currently 4 unemployed people. Storm is about to start. Everybody is housed. So actually, this level of hostility is fine. Except, you know, the -8 thing. That's less than ideal. High hostility. Aware. Thank you for the reminder. I should probably not let the harpies die. Alright. We'll fix this. Hey, 0 hostility. What a great amount of hostility. We should get people to work here, though. We could have some harpies. Suppose we can continue working over here and get this brickyard built. Rainwater. Is that foxkin? Rainwater must be a foxkin thing. Is there anything else that needs building while I'm sitting around? I don't have a forager's camp, but at the moment we have nothing to forage, so I'm not worried about it. I don't have rain collectors. Oh, I could start building this scribe also. Well, I gotta wait until this is built. We'll build this first, and then build the scribe. Which I guess I can do via priorities. I am going to want some decorations. This stuff feels like it doesn't matter at the moment, although the Forsaken Altar might matter more than I think it does. Considering it hasn't activated yet. Lizard Post! Why would I build this? This is a real expensive decoration as far as decorations go. Like, there's so much of these that's like, why would I ever build these when I could just build a park? I guess we'll just build a park. Start with that first level of hearth. It is an excuse to do something. Give my people something to do. Burn some more wood while I'm not cutting wood. That seems like a great idea. Managed to punch that storm yet? It's a work in progress. Alright, now we have a bonus to global resolve, which is fantastic. And the neighborhood effect isn't real yet. But that seems like it would be a nice thing to have. So maybe we'll just build another park and also another whatever the thing is. Just immediately build these things. I have the people, I might as well get the bonuses. Earlier rather than later seems like a good time to get those bonuses. And let's get this started. Have people start walking over here on the way. Planning for drizzle to start soon. Newcomer arrival. Fantastic. Send some plant fiber? Heck yeah, dude. That's a good deal. Is this a good deal? Well, this is a really good deal. Take my eggs. This also would have been a good deal, but I don't have that many planks. And now we have newcomers and also a cornerstone. Economic migration! Rumor has it that your settlement is one of the wealthiest in the realm. They'll arrive quicker and bring 10% more goods for every level of standing you have with other settlements on trade routes. Expected gain 0% and 0%. Great. Lost supplies. Gain 40 meat and 40 grain for each completed, dangerous, or forbidden glade event. Seems fine. Farsight. Scouting ahead makes it easier to prepare for the worst. Discovering a small glade increases the working speed of scouts investigating dangerous or forbidden glade events by 50% for 180 seconds. I feel like this is pretty valuable, and I don't know how to strategize with it. Like, I don't think I'm ready to open a forbidden or a dangerous glade yet. But I do want to open small glades in order to get the resource boosts from opening small glades. So I feel like I'm using up my small glade openings before I'm ready to open up dangerous glades. And then when I'm ready to open up a dangerous glade, I don't know that I'll have small glades that are easy to access. So I think I'll just go for lost supplies, because that's a bunch of supplies that are free. Economic migration doesn't help yet, but I am paying attention to trade goods for once in my life. So getting people faster is good, and coming with more goods also good. It's hard to value economic migration, and it's hard to value Farsight. Whereas I know what I'm getting with lost supplies, which makes me just want to pick lost supplies. But I don't know that lost supplies is actually good compared to the other ones, right? Like, Farsight might be really good if you take advantage of it well. Echo that, I'm just taking lost supplies. Alright, newcomers. We got leather or we got herbs. In either case, it's 2 in 1. Do I care about lizards over harpies? Well, none of them are platypi, so I guess I don't really care. Keep the population relatively even and take harpies, or focus in on lizards for reasons? I don't know. 1 copper bar, thanks. Thanks, buddy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with 1 copper bar. Probably sell it. The planks and the leather are immediately useful. I don't know if the herbs will be immediately useful. Herbs will get used, I guess. Yeah, we'll just take an even amount for now. The herbs will get used eventually. Not too worried about it. And let's put people to work. Rata. Am I ready to start opening up a dangerous glade? Maybe I'm ready to start opening up a dangerous glade. Start working my way into here. Nobody cares about rainwater, yeah? Care about cloth. Interesting. Oh, they're homeless. We gotta build more housing for them. Okay, that's a thing to work on.
Aha.
Yeah, okay. We're probably going to need people here. Might as well. Yes, that's correct. Bummer about that plank production, huh? Incredibly slow plank production. And I want more room here, honestly. I want to be able to build stuff here. Can they make it into there? I don't even know. Got nothing to do? Oh, hey. Yeah, let's fill this in then. Send some meat? Sure, we got meat. Send some bricks? Apparently we've got bricks. 185 for 2. I guess it's positive. Sure. Trader arrived. What's up, buddy? What have you got for me? Advanced smelting I do not care about. Quick deliveries I might care about. Steel pickaxes I do not care about. Yeah, both of these are blanks on this board. And quick deliveries, I just don't really... Not invested in packs of goods, honestly. I am invested in some tools, though. Get me 9 tools, please. And sell off resin? Resin kind of accumulates, right? Sell off copper ore. I'm never going to do anything with it. Tools are not easy to get. I don't know if they'll actually be able to afford this. I guess if I sell off all of my crystallized dew, which I kind of want to keep around. Plant fiber we're getting relatively freely. Yeah, without selling some of my dew, I'm not getting this. Alright, I'll wait till he's about to leave then. We can accrue some more resources until then. I'm gonna have to pick something here, aren't I? I still don't have flour production. Nor do I have tool. Oh, I do have tool production. I can make tools at the scribe. The scribe can make me some tools. Oh, it's expensive. 4 dew for a tool? Yeah. Should make a house though. I really should make a house. Let's we can get started on that. Do you have flour for trade? You do not. I mean, as expected, honestly. For old Farluff. I'm gonna need so many tools. Alright, but I can make tools, and I cannot make flour. So, as cool as perks are, I think I just go the route with the thing that I can actually do. Coal and... Okay, I would much rather do the 10 packs of provisions. As much as these are cool rewards... Lizard clan support. Yo, yeah, I'm gonna take this. Jerky production. Builders can carry additional items. Have at least 2 hearths upgraded to the neighborhood. I can handle that. That sounds free. Jerky. We need to be able to produce jerky, which we currently cannot. But again, I don't need to pick either of these yet. This can wait until I find out what I'm capable of doing later on. I love waiting for things. Waiting is my favorite. Here comes that scribe. How are you producing scrolls? We need either pigment or wine, neither of which are a thing we have at the moment. Unfortunate. This is definitely going to be pottery. Pottery is the thing we can actually produce. Grain preferably. Roots is also okay. I'm just gonna set this so I don't have to worry about it. And I thought I had set a global scroll limit, but maybe it was a temporary scroll limit. Tools I still think is 15 for the limit. Well, always have extra wood. That's really cool. And then sometimes resin, sometimes fiber, sometimes eggs. He's about to leave. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Have things improved. Not dramatically. Where is this copper coming from? Now we have more copper than I did last time, and I don't understand why. Keep putting in the things that are free. Can't actually give you my wood. This is the only way to make this happen, isn't it? Ugh. My due! I guess it's 4 due to a tool right now. 4 due to 2 tools. So I don't actually want to give up more than 18. In fact, if I can get away with giving up slightly less than that, that would be ideal. Keep a multiple of 4 here. And then figure out how to make up the slight difference. Oh, wait, bricks? We got lots of bricks, actually. Lots of bricks lying around. Sure. Considering I have a brickyard, should be good on brick production. Brick or stone? Use, no, clay or stone. Use clay. Use clay. And this is ready now. This is more important to me than this. Yeah, correct. Immediately lock that out. And as soon as this finishes, someone is going to come by and finish building this. I need auto pause at the end of, I guess, start of clearance now. You know what? Start of all the seasons. Drizzle I kind of need to pay attention to because I want to preset a little bit, but definitely auto pause at end of Drizzle. Dewberry bush and a rain punk drill. One of the brass order's curious little inventions. It appears to be broken, and if I fix it, I get a decoration. No. It spawns copper veins. Oh. I don't know that I'm ever going to get a smelter. And honestly, just giving me the oil and the dew is probably better. If I could ever have... Wow, okay. Yet more reasons to have taken stone as my starting perk. It seems like there's actually kind of a lot of places where stone is more useful than clay that I am discovering. For all of the places where stone and clay are interchangeable. Could use pipes. Not using pipes. Could use parts. Not using parts. If I had pipes, I might use pipes. But I think I'd rather disassemble it rather than spawn some copper. Okay. But at least I got a worker. One more human. Alright, well, stop gathering. They are both brick ingredients, but stone can be used in place of training gear to break glade events. And clay can be used to craft pottery. Okay, so clay for pottery. That's where that's the other trade-off. Thank you. I am in a position where I can make some tools. I think I would like to make some tools. Still no source of pigment and or wine, and I'm not going to get that until I start getting some reputation. Oh, I can deliver. Yeah, alright, take my amber, I guess. Okay, so still none of the things. Coats are relevant to my interests, I believe. We do have 2 coat wearers. Finish one order and it gives me the stuff for another, I know, right? Yeah, the tools order is certainly a thing. I kind of don't want to pick this because I want to... Oh, no. Both of these are farm things. And we don't have a source for herbs yet. But I don't want 1-star roots. Herbs and plant fiber are not exactly interchangeable. There's a bunch of things that herbs go into. A source for herbs would not be a bad idea. A press seems like it would be very good too, though. Yeah, I'm not really planning on taking the clothier here. A source for oil sounds very, very useful. But I'm also looking into a use for farm fields since I don't have either of those yet. And I have trade routes. Do I have any soil? Not yet. But I have been told that soil exists. Alright, actually, how does this work? I just straight up make oil out of grain or plant fiber? This is bonkers! That's so good! That's very good. And it's a source of flour? Wow, press is really good. I don't know how much I care about luxury goods, but a source of oil seems like a really good idea. Source of oil seems like a really good idea. Yeah, none of these are immediately useful, so we'll take the press.
See.
Yes, I'm aware that I don't have soil. Eventually, I would expect to have soil. Currently, there is no amount of fertile soil that I can see. Do I have luxury goods for boxes of luxury goods? Not exactly. Mostly, no, I think, is the answer to that. There's a lot of things I don't have, it turns out. I will, I think, turn this in, and I have eventually need to decide on this, but it doesn't need to be now, and it can wait until I know which of these feels more valuable to me. Who else wants jerky? Both harpies and lizards want jerky? See, that seems good then. But also, this is a really, really impressive pile of rewards. Yeah, the scribe has nothing to work with right now. We don't have wine or pigment, which is a thing I need to keep on the lookout for if I ever want to be able to make scrolls. Do I have field kitchen? Why would you ask that? Why would you think I would have things? Need to open up some room over here. This can go here, I guess? Sure. Do I need to open up more glades? Kind of working on getting into this dangerous glade, so I guess that's the next step. You can go over here and open up a little bit more room. Keep my one builder out there building. Maybe be a higher priority than the press, which can't currently do anything. Something happened. I don't think that was just part of the soundtrack. I think something just happened. I don't know what happened, but I think something happened. Oh, I was going to turn this in, wasn't I? Also, I was going to send stuff on trade routes. Clothier. Again. Weaver. Fabric. Nice. Rain mill. Producing flour. Flour producer. I do like flour. Foragers camp. This is going to wait. We're going to wait until the glade's opened. Rain mill is a cool name. Agree. And this I'm not deciding on, but I'm leaning towards 2 neighborhoods. Even though I like jerky. Because these are just some really good rewards. I currently have 1 neighborhood. Global carrying capacity increased by 5! Yes, I'm aware. That's fine. Understood. You have a favorite among my blueprint options? Sure. I already have flour. I guess I don't need a rain mill. That's too bad. Harpy, nice early game, then late game human? Sure. Oh, you mean for the Ancient Hearth? What is the human ability? Oh, reduces impatient growths or something like that? I don't know. Impatience isn't real. But then again, I'm only on Prestige 1, so it's not like I'm playing the real game yet. You think they'll make it in before the storm? It would be nice if they'd make it in before the storm. Harvester's camp has no deposits nearby. Yeah, no, they're full on out of things to do. That's fair. That is unfortunately real. All right, well, help build. Do we still need to build more things? We do need another house. Could start on that. Plenty of stuff for the herbalist camp to do. And nothing for the harvester to do. Plenty of stuff for the trapper's camp to do. But I don't want them doing things because I want to get value out of mating season. Which, this is probably egregious. I probably don't need to be min-maxing to that degree. In fact, I may even be losing value because we're just not, like, this is working, you know, 2/5 of the time. Which is... How much value am I getting from mating season versus how much value am I losing by just not having people do the things? Not producing leather, not producing the food that I need to feed them in order to survive. Would really like something that makes jerky. Do any of you make jerky? They sure do not. I have a source of flour, but I also don't have, like, sources of, grain equivalents, really. Not this button. This button. I keep forgetting to click this button. Oh, yeah, I'll sell some more bricks. Absolutely. What a deal. Heck yeah. There will always be stuff to gather when you expand. I don't think that's true. That has not been my impression of the game. I might not be as aggressive as some other players when it comes to expansion. And at the moment, it doesn't feel like we need the food that badly. But yeah, maybe I just lean into it. I don't know. Worry about it later. But there's no way they make it in here before the storm. Zero shot. Because I do not, in fact, have field kitchen. You are the second person to ask if I have field kitchen. I am pretty early on in meta progression, and I have opted not to do the, like, full unlock, borrow a save file for meta progression thing. Probably put somebody to work here, huh? Turn this plant fiber into oil. All these lizards? How long have you been unemployed? Why do I have so many unemployed lizards? Flour. Not today. And I do have some materials that I could turn into a pack of luxury goods. if I wanted to throw away some scrolls or incense. Kind of do not want to throw away any scrolls or incense. You could use tea here? That's kind of wild. Something to think about. You don't have anywhere to go yet. Aid for the Lizard Clan. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's, completely missed that was the thing that I needed. So I guess, yes, make more packs of provisions. Get to work, lizards. Really? It just needed packs of provisions? I could have been making packs of provisions this whole time? I would have so many more lizards. Boxes of luxuries are made from items used by services. Yes, that seems to be accurate. I am not disputing that statement. Jorg! He'll be a bit. Oh, is it time to build the other thing? The Forsaken Altar? Am I ready to potentially do some Forsaking? My god, this thing is huge. Why so big? Giant goddamn altar. Okay, yeah. I guess there. People something to do. Get a lot of unemployed people. I suppose I could employ them. Guess it's fine if you're not. You're producing a little bit of ale. All right, well, that's also fine. Am I producing pottery? I could be producing pottery. Ah. I could definitely be producing pottery. I suppose I am producing pottery. Okay, good. Great, love that for me. The immovable object. Yeah, sure. The storms are coming. Cold snaps on 3. I have people who have filled their complex food requirements? Oh, we still had a bunch of biscuits left over. They're still churning through the biscuits, slowly but surely. Huh, their needs are met, but we are out of biscuits. Okay, I see. Excuse me? Oh, no, wait. How did... What just happened? Impatience went up. There's so many things where it's like I gotta like think about the chain of cause and effect. How could this have possibly happened? Something happened. How could it have happened? I do have trade routes, thank you. I appreciate the notice. Pottery? Value? I guess the pack of provisions for the Lizard Clan will have to wait. Here comes the storm. All right, how bad is this? Nobody's affected. Love it. Flooded roads. It is what it is. Lizards are ectotherms? Which one is an ectotherm? Ectotherm as opposed to endotherm? Where would they be chilling is the problem. Still don't have the stone. Maybe someday a trader will have the stone. You've got nothing to do. Yes, that is intentional. Wherever cold snap applies, I suppose. Fortunately, no cold snap. Zero snapping. Think I'm okay for now? How bad is this 2 hostility gonna be once we actually get into the storm? Ah, that's how bad. It turns out Harpy's resolve is low and Lizard's resolve is low. Alright, well, you know, that's fine. They'll figure it out. High hostility. No. It's a normal amount of hostility. Listen, it's fine. It's not a problem. It's definitely not a problem in the near future. Might be a problem in the near future. They're just envious of my large hostility. Ladies love large hostilities. God. Alright, alright. Let's prevent my harpies from leaving me. Shall we? Perfect. What are they going to do now that they're unemployed? Nothing? Is that where we're at? Doing nothing? I suppose. I guess continue to do nothing, friends. Harpy's resolve is low, damn it. I might have to put a lizard in here. Rest in peace, global carrying capacity increase. At least I have a lot of options for how to deal with hostility. I'm glad that there are so many buttons I can press to make things easier for myself over the course of this 2-minute storm. I'm not turning this in until after the storm's over, notably. I am waiting until the storm is over to turn in aid for the Lizard Clan. What's up, Calaman? Food's starting to become a problem. Yeah, maybe we should just have people employed as trappers. Might be time to just have people employed as trappers all the time. A lizard saving a harpy. Sure. Ah, hey, look at that. Resolve is low. Maybe I shouldn't have broken this open right now. So what have we got here? Large encampments. Hey, new people or a ton of amber. Wow. Large abandoned cache. 24 tools? Okay. That is the new tools limit. The new global tools limit is 24. Hidden Trader Cemetery. A cemetery full of traders killed by desperate viceroys. What drove them to commit such heinous crimes? Was it out of greed or necessity? Fragrant roots. Survivor bonding. I get cornerstones out of burning this down? I have the oil. Or I can report it for a rep. So these are pretty good rewards, right? Kind of like these rewards, actually. I might throw some things at the problem. Assuming I can get things, which I currently don't have. What happened to all my oil? Didn't I have a pile of oil? I've been burning it, haven't I? Damn it. Damn it. Neglected to pay attention to burning oil. I have only myself to blame, I suppose. Did I know that I can set my fuel consumption defaults? That's not what I'm doing here, is it? I'm not setting defaults here, am I? How do I set the defaults? That's not here. In the settings. In the settings here? Ah, yep. There it is. The last time you pointed this out, I said something like, my fuel is how I like it, thank you. I'd believe that. I would believe that to be true at the time, and no longer true now. Alright, well, clearly, we need to have less woodcutters right now. So that nobody leaves. Now that I have a lot less woodcutters, I could start working on any one of these things. These are some decent rewards also. Look at all these rewards. Do I have any of these? I have enough berries to welcome new people. And it seems possible that I could have enough meat to send this to the Citadel for Amber. Would I rather have 4 people or Amber? Probably people. Probably people. Might as well get started on that. And this one... Yeah, I'm a ways away from this. So I'll have to think about that later. Later is when I'll have to think about that. I have books to burn? That's not true. I don't have any scrolls. I have the ability to make scrolls, but I don't have the ingredients to make scrolls from. I do have fertile soil, though. My first fertile soil. Oh, and a large clay deposit. Ladies love large deposits. Why am I on this joke? I really should stop saying anything like that thing that I just said. Alright, anyway. We can go back to a harpy here. We can have some more woodcutters. I don't know where I'm going to be cutting wood next. But I do know that I have been playing this game for almost 3 hours now. So this is probably as good a time as any to take my usual stream break. So I am going to take my usual stream break.